Many composers like John Williams, Hans Zimmer, and Alan Silvestri are known for creating some of the best, most iconic movie soundtracks for Star Wars, Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Avengers. But how exactly do they make such iconic soundtracks? And how can you create an iconic soundtrack for a movie/TV show? I've narrowed it down to 3 main points: understanding the film, writing a strong theme, and telling a story. Understanding the film. When you get asked to make a soundtrack for a movie, don't just jump right into it. Make sure you ask questions about the film, and if they have already filmed some of the movie, ask if you can watch those clips so you know how to approach the writing of the score. Hopefully you were asked to start writing the soundtrack before they started filming because you want to have as much time as possible. Unlike the composer working on the soundtrack for the Supergirl movie. Writing a strong theme. Think back to the movies you have watched that made you feel something, whether that was sadness or absolute terror. The chances are, the movie's theme persuaded you into feeling that emotion. For example, we have all heard the theme of Jaws. Now for those who live under a rock, I'll play the theme song for you. Ugh, it gives me chills just hearing it. John Williams made it sound so simple, but so iconic at the same time. It's a wonder how he made all those great soundtracks. Actually, John Williams borrowed ideas from Antonin Dvorak's New World Symphony. Okay, fair enough. And he also took inspiration from Gustav Holst Mars' Bringer of War for the Imperial March. Yeah. And Carl Orff's O Fortuna. Okay, we get it. Let's not ruin everyone's childhood. Point is, great composers often study classical music and build on ideas that came before them. Inspiration is part of music. Telling a story. When you're asked to write a soundtrack for a film, your whole job is to tell a story. This is why I told you earlier to start working as soon as possible and to ask the director and producer many questions. You don't want your story not to fit the director's story, which would just confuse everyone watching the film. If you went to see a Batman movie, you wouldn't want this music playing, would you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hans Zimmer has said to write a story, quote, "You must live in the world of the story. Think about the main characters in the film and their journey. What does their story say to you about the human condition?" So before jumping into your soundtrack, make sure you really know who the main characters of this film are and what their mission is. So next time Christopher Nolan asks you to write a soundtrack, first, say yes immediately. Second, remember to really study and understand the film. Write a theme that gives people chills and tell the best story known to man. And if he asks where you learned all this, tell him I taught you. We're basically best friends. Psst, over here. If you ever get stuck, try listening to classical music. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, go watch my last music-related video on the screen now. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Please remember, I am not a professional, so if Christopher Nolan does ask you to make a soundtrack and you take my advice and somehow things go horribly wrong, please don't sue me.